Hard Mark Podcast.
Shrimp on the barbie. Shrimp on the barbie. Do you respect that? That's corruption. I could make a fake snake.
You not pee in the pool. You not pee
on the barbie. All of myself is clean.
Broadcasting from the meadow of dreams and new possibilities, welcome to the Hard Mark Podcast, a show where I, Eric Donaldson, wrestling fan of over 30 years, introduce one match per episode to my co-host who has never watched wrestling. We talk about the backstory, we watch the match, and then we rank that match on our ever-growing list. The purpose of this show is twofold. First, to see what happens when someone who's never watched wrestling is introduced to its most notable matches, and secondly, as a window into the mind of the man of 54,097 compliments, the Soul Skater, the maitre d' of mat drama, the Tampa Bay topsider, the living painting, the talent, the national pastime poser, Flying Ryan Murphy.
Was that last one due to my lack of baseball knowledge, like, of recent players?
It may be. That may have something to do with it. I here I am thinking Ryan's. I thought you were kind of the equivalent of me with wrestling, and then it turns out not so much. You really didn't know any players.
I used to be that guy, Eric. But ever since the internet came out, you no longer have to retain these stats, and
that's true.
What
do you think? This isn't even on my list of questions. What do you think you are the most knowledgeable about? Like, if you had to be in my position now of being like the Sherpa through a specific topic, what do you think that you could carry knowledge-wise a podcast about and introduce somebody else to that topic?
Fuck. What a great question. That would be tough, especially to mimic this level of knowledge about wrestling. Uh-huh. I could get interested, I think, in some old school baseball, maybe. That might be some early 2000s. Okay. Richie Sexton.
This is a family show. Ryan.
Right. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't carry around a lot. I just try to get through my day. And
you're about surviving more so.
That's enough for me. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Pick up bits and pieces. Just while I'm out, I'm out and about, living it.
Welcome everyone, as Ryan's living and dreaming as best he can. Welcome everyone to 2022. What a year that 2021 really ended crazily, huh? Remember all those things that happened in the world of politics? I can't believe it. But welcome to the very first episode of the Hard Mark Podcast of the year 2022. The year of our Lord, 2022. So glad to be here with you and yours. Ryan, I don't know that I've said this out loud to you before. I've thought it several times. I think that you were my main social contact, aside from my wife, over the course of this pandemic.
Yeah, that's probably true.
My social skills are not as strong as they were pre-pandemic, and I know that. I feel different when I'm talking to people now. I shudder to think where I would be if I did not have you in the podcast, where my social skills would be at, if not for that, because they would be far more lessened at this point, I think.
Well, anything I can do to help. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Glad to be here. Yeah.
Mighty wide of you.
That's interesting. But yeah, it's been. I think we discussed this on the but it's been a long time. We've done some remote pandemic stuff.
Yeah.
And some pre-pandemic stuff, and a little bit of post now, but we're still in the midst of this fucking thing.
I wasn't going to jump into it's post-pandemic, sort of thing. Granted, it's 2022. Who knows what the rest of this year will have in store for us? But I don't know if it's quite post-pandemic just yet.
You don't want to call it yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. It's like jinxing.
We called it here on the on the Hard Mark podcast, the end of the pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, you're familiar with this being, the baseball poser, but it's like talking to a pitcher when they're throwing a no-hitter. Like, you don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, right. And no one's talking. The nice thing is no one really talks about the pandemic. We all just do what we need to do to get out of it. And
right.
We move on. There's not a lot of controversy. No one really speaks about it. We just go about our day. So
that is a good thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the best part of the pandemic.
Right. Absolutely.
Let's see. Let's talk about some casual stuff before we get into our wrestling, as we usually do. If this is anyone's first time tuning in, I mean, great. I'm very appreciative. I don't know why you chose this episode, but we're so thankful that you did. But the general theme of these episodes is we kind of start with some of the big banter. Then we move on to talking about a wrestling match. Usually that happens around the 30 to 40-ish minute mark. Let's see here. One thing actually that we talked about off air last episode, and I don't think that I've ever heard this from you, and I wanted to pick your brain a little bit. You mentioned to me that you have a fear of spiders.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I have a huge fear of spiders.
Okay.
I don't know if you get them a lot in your house.
Yes. No, we get a shitload of fucking spiders
like wolf
here.
spiders, like the big...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The big hairy guys.
I don't know what it is. I don't even think they're like disgusting. I was going to say disgusting. That's not the word. It's just they creep me out. There's just something about it that just really deep into my soul like creeps me out. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I
don't like spiders, but I don't know that I'd go so far as to say that I have like a fear of spiders. Like, do you refuse to like go near them or like kill them or anything? Is that how deep seated your fear runs?
My sister would kill them for me as like little kids.
Okay.
Like my younger sister. Like
right. She just wanted to be helpful.
She was really good at it. I was always impressed because she didn't really give a shit. Like, yeah, my dad would walk up to him with like toilet paper and just like, get him off the wall. Yeah. Which I thought was the most terrifying thing. Like, that's like almost in your hand. You can feel that, So I didn't get near him. If I did have to kill one because I didn't want to like sleep with it, I would take a broom from a long ways away and like try to get it into a corner and smash it.
Okay. Is that your current strategy? Is that what you employ these days when there's a spider?
So here's the thing. I haven't seen a spider in probably like 7 years. And I think my cats have gone to them.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking because they'll kind of like just sit there and like play with it more so than they'll kill it. They'll like tap it. They want to fuck with it, Sure, and I'm like, just kill it. Like, don't stop fucking with it. Like, because it just runs away and they'll stare at it. But I have not seen a spider in a long time. But at my house in Snohomish, we lived with like trees in the back, and there was a lot of wolf spiders out there. And I had no cats. My dad was not a cat fan, so.
This okay. I didn't realize that there was going to be a cat tie-in. I mean, I shouldn't be shocked when there is, but that makes a lot more sense of your affinity towards felines now.
Oh, cats are the greatest. They're just the greatest.
Let's say you saw a spider today, like this evening. What would your strategy be? Would it be a broom? Like for me, I usually grab a shoe.
I mean, I could probably do a shoe. Like if it's, but here's the thing. Sometimes they're right on your wall, right? And they're just easy access. A shoe will get it. You hit them with a nice sandal flop, like, something like that. But sometimes they're tucked up in the corner.
Yeah. And
you can't, that's not really easy shoe access. And a broom can kind of get that corner. That's how I would do it. So
Okay.
It depends. It depends. Like, where, how is the spider position himself? How threatening is he? Like,
right. What does Greta think about your fear of spiders? Does she have a similar sort of thing, or is this a...
Again, I don't think we've seen, maybe she's seen one, but I feel like we haven't seen one since we lived together. And that we lived together for 2014, 2020, so 6 years.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's as scared of them as I am. She would probably just take care of it. She's not a huge pussy like me,
right.
But... she would, even if she is, she would just fucking deal with the situation at hand. I'll put it off until I can't sleep anymore, and then, so yeah, I don't know, but we haven't seen a lot of them. I think the cats get them.
Okay.
I believe that's my theory.
To your knowledge, to your understanding, I understand. You know what? You want to know what Heather does when she sees a spider?
Is she scared of spiders?
Yes.
What does she do?
She will take like a pint glass, like some sort of glass or like a bowl or whatever, and put it over the top of the and this is true not only of spiders but of any bugs that enter the house. Rather than killing it, she will trap it in a vessel, in a container, and wait for me to then address it.
Do you put it outside?
So, not anymore. There was one time where I tried to like do the humane thing of like do the piece of paper underneath the pint glass, and then like delicate. But I ended up breaking off like at least 2 or 3 of its legs when I did that. So I was like, okay, well, if my options are torturing these things or just killing them quick and swift, I'm just gonna murder them. So that's what I do now.
So, okay, but what if she gets one on the wall?
I mean, then she's yelling at me.
Oh, okay. She only like. I feel like they're rarely on the ground, like ready to just put a bowl over. They're usually like spiders are always on the wall in my experience.
There's a good mixture of wall and floor spiders here at Hedonism 4.
You have a good mixture.
Yeah, we've got a solid mixture. Okay. I killed one earlier today. That was in like the corner of the room. That was it was like on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I killed it with a coaster, and then I threw the coaster away.
I don't know. They're weird. Like, I'm not afraid of getting bit. Mm-hmm. Not really. I don't really care if I get bit. I just don't like them. I'm anywhere in my room, anywhere in my house.
That's understandable. I can understand.
I don't know why I'm scared. But there's like, it's a pretty common fear is the fear of spiders for some reason. Or like, see, Greta's. Sorry, not to unravel this whole like.
No, please.
Greta's terrified of snakes, and so is her brother Boldy. Terrified of snakes. I don't give a shit about snakes. Of course, I don't want to run into a big fucking like rattlesnake in my house, right? Like that would be scary. But like little gardener snakes, I still pick them up and play with them.
Why would you pick up a garter snake and pick?
As a kid, we used to have them in like our compost pile all the time, and they would just come out. I thought they were fascinating. They were like very nice. Their little tongues would like, their little snake tongues. They were great little and then they just slither back off into wherever they went. Didn't bother me at all. Like, but if I like even tell Greta there's a snake somewhere, she'll just flip. Like she can't handle it.
I don't think I'd ever pick up a snake. I think I'm somewhere in the middle there where like if I was like unexpecting and then a snake just like confronted me, I would probably be freaked the fuck out by it. But
depends on the size of the,
Also depends on the size of the snake. Yes,
I'm not like some fucking cool snake guy who can like handle. I'm just
like, a reptile man.
If a big snake came in here, I'd freak the fuck out. Or it's rattling outside. I'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like that's some scary. But a little gardener snake comes in.
Mm-hmm. Totally reasonable.
Yeah. Little spider comes in. Fuck that. Like
shit's on then. Shit's on.
Yeah.
Any updates on your dirt bike / rollerblade situation?
Oh man.
Just to quickly get that out of the way.
So, one of the guys that I've at the bar I went golfing with, he's a big dirt bike guy. So I was like, dude, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy a dirt bike.
And then you realized your gambling losses were so severe that you could not afford a dirt bike.
That's exactly right. I'm still trying to go through and account for like my debts and my the income I'm bringing, revenue, and so I'm just it's a lot going on. I'm still behind. I spent too much money at the casino early on. I haven't not gone to the casino for probably like a month.
Right.
And I used to go there almost every day.
That's probably a good thing.
I mean, I just thought I had more money than I actually had. It turns out, I thought I had all this cash that was like, and
coming from 6 months of unemployment where there's no income coming in to all of a sudden there being money in your account, I could see how you would, jump to that.
Yeah. So
dirt bike's still in the works.
I don't have unlimited cash. So I'm still waiting. I'm just getting everything appended, and we'll update you on the dirt bike situation as it.
But the rollerblades you have.
The rollerblades I do have. I've not used them.
Okay.
I watched a TikTok, and the guy was like, "Hey, why do you, who wants to party on a Saturday when you could just skate down to your local store, grab some snacks, and come back and watch a movie? And I was like, fuck yeah, that sounds nice, And so I was...
So you drove to the store and then...
Right, I did. Yes, of course I drove to the store. But maybe this weekend I'll hop on the skates and,
Okay.
We'll see. I'll report back.
Please, just promise me you're not going to break your ankles.
I do not know. The last time I was on skates, I did fall pretty hard, so we'll see. There's no brakes on these skates either.
Well, I mean, on the plus side, Ryan, it sounds like, even with their no brakes, severe possibility of, injuring knees, ankles, etc. At least you're down to a low rip to death weight so that if you were to fall, it'd be pretty minimal damage to you, right?
Right.
Because several episodes ago, many episodes at this point, we talked about how Las Vegas Ryan would in fact be ripped to death.
And that is still correct. I think... As the viewers can probably just hear, from the way I sound.
You sound thinner.
I am thinner, Eric.
Have you made it out to the gym yet, or is this just all natural body weight exercises that you've been pulling off as you sip on your beer over there?
So I stopped drinking beer last week.
As he has a beer in his hand talking to me right now.
Only for the podcast, right?
Okay, yes, please.
So I've not made it to the gym yet since I came here.
Okay.
And I bought a gym membership. I've been here 3 months. I bought a gym membership, and I've only went for 1 week when I came here.
You're making the absolute worst financial decisions since you moved to Las Vegas.
But when I started, I did not buy the 1-year contract. I bought the month-to-month, and I still haven't canceled it yet. So
perfect. Okay. I'm sure there's a break-even point where, if you still don't cancel it by, the 7th or 8th month, then you're tanking, but you're still ahead at the moment?
Right now I am, in case I decide to go to the gym again.
Right. Did they upsell you on the personal training?
No.
Okay. They took one look at this guy. He's not going to want a fucking personal trainer.
They didn't even offer me. Yeah, no. Yeah.
But so I didn't know that you went for a week.
I did when I got here and I wasn't working. I was like, I have tons of energy in the morning. I'm just going to go. When I do a full day of work, which isn't even that bad. It's, I go in at 7:30 and I leave at 4.
Right.
I'm exhausted by the time I get home.
Sure.
Fully to the max. I just want to come home and, not drink beer because I quit drinking beer. Drink a wine.
Yeah. A fine wine.
A fine wine. It's good for your heart healthy.
Absolutely. All those, I don't know what the word is.
Antioxidants.
That's the word I was trying to think of. Antioxidants. Thank you.
So, all of those.
Right. All those things.
Yeah. So, and that's all I want to do. And I don't know, I feel like I used to have a little more energy. Not much, but
sure.
I don't want to do anything after I come home from work. A short day of work. And
welcome to 31, Ryan.
Fucking, is that the thing? Is that it? Is this my life?
I don't know. I think it's just when you do something that's a lot of mental work, you're just exhausted at the end and you don't really want to do physical stuff. I think it's probably more of that. So when you were going to the gym, what did those workouts consist of? Were you more of a treadmill guy?
I'm a swimmer. I just swim.
Oh, okay. So you were literally just using it for the pool.
For the pool. And I like swimming, you feel refreshed when you get out.
Do they have a lifeguard?
No, I wish they did. So I could just be I used to be on that chair. Well,
surprised you didn't go to the front desk and be it's kind of unsafe that you guys don't have a lifeguard.
I almost did. I definitely noticed they didn't have a lifeguard. Made very clear to me that there's no lifeguard on there.
Right. Was it an indoor pool or an outdoor pool?
It's an indoor pool.
Do you think the reason they didn't need a lifeguard is because it's just a regular indoor pool at a gym?
Indoor pools are just as dangerous as outdoor pools, Eric. All right? The danger can strike at any time.
This just sounds like fucking propaganda from the YMCA to me, Ryan.
No.
Sounds like a load of baloney.
It's for real. It's totally for real. It's very dangerous. Watch your kids. Watch your wife.
Good advice. That may just be the Ryan's corner of this episode here. Watch your kids, watch your wife. While we're doing little updates and kind of taking a look back at previous things we've talked about, I did want to give you an update. I think last episode we talked about microwaves.
Yeah.
And microwave strategy. I remember when you asked me, like, how I microwave things, and, like, I didn't really have a good answer. I was like, I think I do, like, 50%, which is true. I used to do that. I remember now what I do. And I'm sure this is a fairly common feature on most modern microwaves. My microwave has a sensor. And so there's different settings for this sensor where you can just set it to pizza or soup or a plate, which I guess is just whatever happens to be on your plate of food. And so I just use that nowadays.
When I put anything in the microwave, I just press the time.
Right.
So the only thing that I will, and I don't do this very often, I really try to avoid it. I think it's probably makes the food worse, I would think. I don't know. But if I'm defrosting, I'll put it on defrost setting. Okay, sure.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Every other thing, like, I'll put it in there till it's hot.
Perfect.
And that's it.
And then you don't test the temperature of that food at all. You
don't need to. You can't really overcook anything in the microwave.
Well, that's absolutely not true.
That is, you can overcook it in the oven. You can't really. It's not even technically cooking anything. It's just it's the waves. It's the microwaves that are.
The microwaves. I don't want to get upset with you again, so I'm not going to go down this path. But you can absolutely like overcook things to the point where it's very hot, and like the only way you're going to know, test it with the tongue. Just dip your tongue on it.
Just dip your tongue on right in the top. Exactly.
Right. Exactly. I'm not the only one who does this.
Where it's an ice. You gotta blow a piece of ice in the middle. You just never get there.
Well, no, you test the middle. That's where you put the tongue. You put the tongue in the middle of the thing.
That sounds dangerous as fuck. Like,
you're talking about the center. I was just talking like the surface level. You're going hot enough. If the top is very hot, you're gonna know that the middle's probably good. You know, if you're an experienced microwaveman.
I wouldn't eat your microwave fucking bullshit, Eric.
Fuck off with that. Hey, I just use it for leftovers for the most part these days.
That's fine. Why do you even need to test it? Just assume that it's leftovers and it's good enough. Like,
I don't have to test it because I have a sensor. My microwave sensor is using what my tongue would do to tell me it's the human body sensor is the tongue. Now I use the microwave sensor. I'm using technology for me. I'm working smarter, not harder.
You put it in for 5 minutes and then you just think it's probably good. Like, that's it. Everything just going for 5 minutes.
I just use the sensor. I guess the sensor is usually about 5 minutes or so, I suppose, in most cases. Something that came across my radar recently, I actually heard another podcast talking about this subject, and I wanted to kind of take it and tweak it a little bit. Do you, Ryan, and maybe this even kind of ties in with the gym conversation a little bit, do you hold yourself to a standard of sort of conduct, a standard of appearance when you put on clothes to leave the house? Or are you just like, whatever the fuck I'm wearing, that's what I'm wearing when I leave? Like, let's say you just need to make a quick run to the store. Do you take a look at what you're wearing and kind of address that? Or is it just what I am in, that's it?
It's a good question.
Thank you. The hard-hitting questions here on the Hard Mark Podcast. Available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon.
Yeah, just anything else.
There's like 12 different things. I listen on, what do I do? Pocket Cast. That's where I get
Pocket
it.
Cast.
I like Pocket Cast a lot. I would recommend Pocket Cast to anybody.
That's also where I listen to it as well. all episodes. So.
Okay. See, we're trying to be legitimate with the people here, and when you say things like that, they know that you're fucking lying. Yeah. So.
Okay.
But yes, clothes.
Yeah. So I don't. I put on what I think looks nice, and like what I like. So it's Greta will fucking just rip me like a new one, like sometimes for what I wear. Like if I wear like shorts to a certain outdoor like event, but I think if I throw on like a shirt and I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, I feel really good at what I'm wearing right now. I feel confident. You know, I like my attire. It doesn't mean it looks good to the world.
Do you do this for errands too?
When I go out, like I do like to like feel like I'm looking good. Like I think I go out looking like an attractive guy to the grocery store, right? Like people are gonna know. They're gonna be like, "Look at this guy who doesn't really give a shit, but look how good he looks," right? Like I look like I don't give a shit, but I look nice enough. I'll throw on something, but like I mean, what is it? I wore this. I mean, this is.
Look at that guy buying his Fig Newtons. I bet he worked out for 1 week when he first moved here.
Okay, Eric. Okay. All right, Eric.
but so you wouldn't wear like basketball shorts to the store.
So like I love shorts. I love shorts. I do. And I think a certain style of shorts, even if they are like more geared towards like working out, look nice. Like when you're just casually going, you throw on, and I get to show off my nice ankle lines. You know,
what does that mean?
Some defined ankle bones, I guess. Like was like
ankles are cankles, Ryan.
Uncankled.
They're
uncankled. Yes.
Decankled ankles.
And so, I mean, it just shows I'm a strong, young, attractive guy right there. I'm right on my feet all the way up.
So the direct answer to my question is yes, you will wear like basketball. Like you don't like you'll look at yourself. Is there anything that you would not wear to like a store? Because like here, let me pitch it to you like from where I'm coming from with this question. I remember I had a conversation at work with somebody where they were like, "Oh yeah, I'll wear like sweatpants or like whatever to the store. Like who cares?" And it's just like I would never, because right now as we podcast, I'm wearing a t-shirt, I'm wearing basketball shorts, no underpants, and I would not.
That's a risk.
I would not go to Safeway just wearing this. Like I would put on at least probably jeans or like actual shorts, not just like this. I also probably wouldn't wear my like pajama pants out to the store either.
See, I think, okay, this is, I think where we differ. Like, first of all, I would absolutely go to the store and like, as long as I looked good in what you're wearing, I would go. As long as I look good and I feel like, I feel comfortable and like pretty confident in how, like, I don't like, okay, for an example,
please.
Your t-shirt's nice. You got a nice collar line right there. I wouldn't run out in basketball shorts and like a bacon collar type of like, like that would be bad. Like that's, or like a ripped shirt but like if it's fitting and it's just like basketball shorts and a nice t-shirt that I feel good in, like I feel fit, toned, I would totally go. You see what I'm saying? But I'm also not the guy who like looks at myself and is like, gotta have like a nice jacket, tight fitting, like, I don't care. Just make me feel comfortable, look good, and I'm gonna go out in it.
Right. So the most important thing for you to wear, in your opinion, Ryan, is a smile.
I'm not quite sure. I mean, I think you're getting my point, but you're tailoring it to your needs here. Like,
oh, maybe it's possible. What did you wear to the gym?
Swim trunks.
Oh, because you were swimming. That's right. You weren't actually using the gym. You were just going for the indoor pool with no lifeguard.
I can't believe you don't go to Safeway without jeans on. Like, that's shocking to me. Like,
I mean, or shorts, like actual shorts with like a button and a zipper.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't. Everyone goes to Safeway. Everybody goes to Safeway and like basketball shorts and a t-shirt. But not Eric.
Not everybody has a pond and a printer, Ryan. Sometimes you have to dress for the life that you want. If you want the pond, dress for the pond.
Disregard you have a pond and a printer, you should be wearing jeans or something like more,
right.
Yeah. More privilege to the store. Mm-hmm.
If I had juicy written on my butt cheeks and I was wearing sweatpants, like that gives off a whole different vibe. Probably not a pond here at Hedonism.
Probably not a pond vibe. I would not know.
Mm-hmm. So dress for the job you want. Dress for the pond that you desire to own someday. Very important.
Or have already.
Or have already. Exactly. Yeah. People are going to, Bill Gates can't just show up, wearing like a fucking Ninja Turtle shirt places. Like he's got to dress the part.
No, he dresses for like a Lake Washington that he already has already.
Exactly.
Like, that's
James Bond chic.
I don't know. I don't think Bill Gates really dresses up. I think Bill Gates probably.
It was a bad example.
Goes with basketball shorts and a fucking like.
But yeah, probably not basketball. But... Yeah, that's probably a bridge too far for Mr. Gates. But yes, somewhere there in the middle. Let's see. Maybe the last thing. We'll see. Let's do a spicy thing. A lot of the things that we've been talking about so far have been just kind of like surface level things. But let's dig deep into a subject. Maybe you'll have an opinion about this, maybe not. The other day, so it's as at the time of this recording, and actually, I guess by the time people are still listening to it, it'll be football season. The NFL's in full gear. Everybody, what's the NFL slogan right now? Is it?
What's the NFL slogan? I don't.
Like, don't they have like a Come play with the NFL. You'll never get a concussion here at the NFL. Play.
I think that's exactly like.
That's probably it.
Yeah. John Gruden, Just something about John Gruden would be
okay. Yeah, that's
NFL slogan.
Topical. So I was thinking about this the other day, and like you know how you'll strike up conversations with your significant other, and like you'll have an idea of where you think that conversation will probably go, this sort of thing. So I was thinking about like how like my dad's a pretty big football fan. Like he on Sundays, like that's what he does when it's football season. He'll like hang around the house, he'll watch football. You not even just like Seahawks games, but he'll watch like, any games that happen to be on that day. He's not like religious about it. Like if there was like a big thing going on, a function of some kind on a Sunday, he would pull himself away from that. But like if he's just at home, doesn't have anything else going on, like he'll watch football. And so it got me to thinking, like, I wonder what Heather, my wife, what she would think, like how she'd feel if instead of pro wrestling, like let's say that I had the same level of fandom with that I do in real life right now for pro wrestling, but in an alternate universe, let's say I was that big of a football fan. So like that level of fan. And so I asked her, thinking that I knew what the answer was going to be. I asked her, would you prefer it if instead of professional wrestling, if I had that level of fandom of professional football, thinking, of course, that the answer would be, oh, no.
Oh,
that was the answer I was fully prepared for. She said that she would prefer me to be into football than wrestling.
Oh.
And like I couldn't get into it in that moment with her just because I was so taken aback and agog at her response.
Yeah.
Between you and me, I think it's bullshit. I think if she was faced with the reality of how much I'm into pro wrestling, like, but for football, I think she'd be singing a whole different tune, my friend.
Oh, 100%. No doubt. Like, no doubt.
Because like
you'd be another level football fan if you matched your wrestling, like,
right?
No, yeah, for sure.
Like because we're talking like fantasy football and that. Like I'd have to be a part of a fantasy football team. I'd probably be watching both college and pro football. Yeah. So that means Saturdays.
High school football, maybe like Friday nights.
Jesus Christ, maybe it's entirely possible. I do go to local independent pro wrestling shows after all, but and then I started thinking, like, I wonder, like, as far as a time commitment, like, it probably evens out because, like, over the course of the year, like, there's really only one show that I watch diligently every single week, and that's, like, a 2-hour show. Then I'll catch, like, little bits and pieces of information, like, here and there. I'll maybe, like, watch, like, a match just on the side some places. And then, usually about once every 3 to 4 months, there's, like, a big pay-per-view thing that I'll watch. But like, I think hours-wise, it would come out to be roughly about even just if you condense all the football that takes place over the course of, like, October, or I guess September to January, versus, like, wrestling scattered over the course of the year. I don't know.
Yeah, football's you're probably right. You're probably pretty close. Like,
how, like, so and I know you're not, like, a huge football fan, but, like, you're a fan. How many hours would you say that you spend like watching football during football season, like each week?
So I'm like, I would probably like put myself where your dad is. Like, I love like spending Sundays just like having the TV on, watching like all the games. Like, like Sunday's a good football day. Like from 10 a.m. to like 8, you just get to watch football. Like my fantasy team's on my phone. Like the Seahawks game comes on for a 3-hour span of those games. It's awesome. Like it's a great day. Like,
sure.
But also like, if I have to go do something, like, well, that's fine. Like, I go do it. Like,
right.
So, but like, you would be talking about this all week, like with people, like that's at work. Everyone wants to talk football. Like, like, I don't know how your wrestling fandom would translate to football directly, but it would be a lot. It would be a lot to take on for sure. Like,
yeah,
I think Heather does not fully understand that.
So you agree with me that she doesn't know what she's signing up for if there was this alternate universe era?
100%, yeah. Like I totally agree with that. And that would be fucking crazy. I'm fully on board with you as a wrestling fan and not like football Eric, because that'd be intense. Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad that I had that. I very rarely come away from these hard mark sessions feeling validated in any way. Usually I feel much worse after having a conversation with Ryan. But today, what a great day. I could tell this is going to be a good episode. This is going to be a fun time, everybody. You know what? There's one other thing I wanted to mention before we get into the wrestling. I know this feels like a weird scattered series of things, but I just had things on my mind that I wanted to run by Ryan. There's just one other thing, and I know that this may not be a shock to you. I know you're a Grizzly Green guy. How much, just out of curiosity, how much is a tin, I don't know if that's what they call it, a container of Grizzly Green? Oh, I see it on the desk.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it right next to the Advil.
How can you? I can't even see it.
Well, I mean, you're just a little corner.
So, okay, here's the thing. So this was the first can of Grizzly Green I bought since I've been here. And the only reason is because I went golfing with people and, like, they were, like, smoking cigars and, so I wanted something to do. Like,
chewing tobacco does not strike me as a golf thing.
It's a total golf thing.
You're taking the classiest, most sophisticated sport and then the sleaziest shit that you can
golf is
put in
not
your
classy
mouth.
Anymore, Eric. Golf is not classy at all. Like, disregard anything. Like, we had probably like 12 beers just like all over the golf cart, like at all times, like as we're playing, and then like pulling more out like from our bags. Of course, we didn't buy them at the course, right? We gotta like be unclassy and save money, like,
of course.
So we're like pulling them, unclassy as fuck, like, but so much fun. So that's what. So what was your question about? I'm sorry, I just like totally went off the rails.
It wasn't going to be my original question, but how much is a tin of Grizzly Green?
Like, how much money?
Yeah, how much money did that cost you?
So it's cheaper here. I think it was like $4 to $5. Up in Washington, it's like maybe 7 to 8.
Okay. And how much use do you get out of that? Like, how long? I don't know how to equate it to like a pack of cigarettes, but like,
I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't chew really unless I play golf or go camping. So, but like, I mean, when I was 18-ish, I chewed, and so I would probably go through that in like 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit longer, yeah.
One thing I looked up today, and I had no idea about this, and maybe there's some listeners who can kind of shed some light on this too. Do you know how much a pack of cigarettes costs in Washington State?
Like $9.
Yeah, it's like $10 after tax. That's fucking nuts. I had no idea. I've never bought cigarettes before. I've smoked less than probably 5 cigarettes in my life. Like, it's usually when a friend of mine has like been like, "Hey, smoke a cigarette with me," and like I did it in my 20s. But yeah, no, I've never purchased a pack of cigarettes. I had no idea that each pack costs like $10. Apparently, that's the cost of a pack of Marlboros here in Washington State. That's insane.
So okay, yeah, it's just, for me, like, even like, oh God. So I used to also like smoke, like, not at the same time. I didn't have a dip in and smoking at the same time or anything. Like,
do people do that? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Like,
okay.
But like, I started with, when I was 17 or 18, I started chewing, and then I kind of stopped that and I moved on to like smoking. Great habits, but
yeah, no, good decisions.
It's always been at least like, and that was 2008-ish. It's always been at least like $8. Like, so like $10 isn't shocking that it went up like a little bit, and even like expensive cigarettes were like $10 there. But so yeah, I mean that seems totally reasonable. And like I will say smoking holds. Like, I don't smoke anymore. I occasionally, if like people like offer me one, of course I will.
Of course, it would be very.
Or I go up to Seattle.
Yeah.
But like, there's a special place in my heart for cigarettes. Like, there really is. Like, and I don't know if it will go away. I don't like smoking anymore when I'm it doesn't taste. I don't like it at all. It doesn't make me feel good. But like, when you're out drinking with like friends or like new people, like, there's nothing like an outside quick cigarette. Like, there's really like nothing that matches it, Eric. So I'm glad you've had your like. Yeah.
When was the last time you smoked a cigarette?
So it is, as I say, it's been out. So I came down here, and like when I went back to Seattle, I met some people, and we had a few, and then out here, like This guy also, like, just moved to Vegas. He's, like, didn't smoke anymore, but, like, you could smoke in bars here, and they, like, sell them in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. So, like, he had a pack, and I was like, can I just, like, can I snag one? Like, and that was, so that was, like, the most recent. And it still holds that same place in my heart, I don't care for it, but, like, there's something about, like, just smoking with someone, like, it always gets you. It always, Have
you ever considered being a vape guy?
I don't like vaping. I don't like it.
You've tried it?
I've vaped before, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm mostly just no nicotine now. But occasionally, like, as I probably will be for a while, like, I'll always, like, be down for the dip, the one occasional dip or the one occasional cigarette. But it's not a habit thing. Do they make nicotine-free Grizzly Green chewing tobacco? Probably not, right? So they're called, like, Zins. If you're gonna get, and it is. They're pouches, and they're. It's not nicotine free. It's tobacco free. Okay. So they have nicotine in them, and they give you a really good buzz. But the problem is, it gives me heartburn for some reason. So I can't really do it. I don't know. I just stay away from it. But So you just go to the gas station and be like, give me some Zins and some Tums, and then that's your order for the day? Yeah, I mean, I guess you could, or Zantac, like maybe something stronger, like. Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, so there's a reason nicotine has stuck around for so long. There's a big spot in people's hearts for it, and I think everyone should recognize as bad of a rap as it gets, like, there is a fucking place for nicotine for sure, A spot. Just be healthy, Yeah, just be healthy. Just, enjoy your nicotine and be healthy. All right, let's get into wrestling today here, Ryan, because that's what we're here for. That's what we do. Hard science. Special place in my heart for wrestling. Right next to the cigarettes. There's a special place for the wrestling. So last episode, Ryan, as I'm sure you remember, we saw one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, the ever humble Shawn Michaels. Well, Ryan, you'd probably be shocked to hear that back in the mid-1990s, Shawn Michaels was not especially well-liked by the other wrestlers in the locker room. And the main reason for that, besides the fact that he was a prima donna dickhead doing a shitload of pills, was his backstage group of friends known as the Clique. Anything you want to address of what I just said there, Ryan? I mean, I just said he was a humble guy, and you immediately sent me like a nude photo of him, pretty much. Like, so, and you're like, humble Shawn Michaels, like. Yeah. Did you? I don't even think you responded back to me about that. It's not every day I send you nude pics of men. Yeah. I didn't quite know how to, like, respond to it. It was funny. It was good. But I didn't know. I mean, I could have sent you the version where it's the back of him from the same angle. Was it not? Did he not have a belt in front of it or whatever he had? He had a belt in front of his dong, but but like the belt strap is going around like one butt cheek, and you see his butt crack. Oh, yeah. But it's the same pose and everything. I'll send it to you after the recording. I'm surprised we don't have that picture fucking like scattered across credit one. Instead of like this bullshit new wrestling fucking, right. They should just have Shawn Michaels with the fucking like as Playgirl era Shawn Michaels. Exactly. Let me send you a picture of the Clique here. Bear with me for a moment. Oh. Okay, so you can see that there, the Clique. Oh yeah, that's a great picture. It's pretty. I mean, that pretty much sums up the mid-90s. If so, that's his crew. That's Shawn Michaels' crew. That's his. Those are his boys. That's as 90s as it gets. Like. Shawn Michaels sporting that appears to just be a vest that he's wearing. That seems like something you might wear out to Safeway. No, that seems like something you might wear out to Safeway. I told you, Eric. Like. That's a pond owner. So the Clique was comprised of Shawn Michaels, who again is wearing the vest with no shirt on underneath. His 7-foot bodyguard Diesel, that's the gentleman to our left. He's wearing the red. That guy's 7 foot. Yes. How tall is Shawn Michaels? 6'4"? Nah, he's at the lower 6. I think legitimately Kevin Nash, Diesel, he was like 6, probably 10-ish, but he just round wrestling wise and say 7 feet. You just round. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So, 7-foot bodyguard Diesel, that's the guy in the red shirt there. Sean's opponent in the ladder match, Razor Ramon, who's on the other side of Sean. He's got kind of the white shirt on and the black jacket. And then snobby aristocrat Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he's on the far left there in the white shirt. And then High Flyer, the 1-2-3 Kid on our right-hand side. Now, depending on who's telling the story, the Clique were either a group of friends that would eat, sleep, and breathe professional wrestling and came up with ideas to improve the WWF and its storylines, or they were an alliance of wrestlers that used their political power and sway with Vince McMahon to ensure that they were given preferential treatment and anyone that they didn't like would be shuffled to the bottom of the card or fired outright. So, a little bit of a point of dispute between wrestlers of that era.
This is a crew I would roll with. For sure.
You just see the fanny packs and you're just like, that's my speed.
That is a great looking crew, dude. Like, I mean, look at this guy with the flannel shirt, the 7-foot guy.
Yeah, Diesel.
Yeah,
he's pretty cool looking. You can't.
I mean, it's very like this is 90s as fuck. Like,
well, as I mentioned, a lot of guys didn't fucking like them. They were very divisive in the locker room. You either love them or you hate them, and a lot of fucking people hated them. So the antics of the Clique ensured that a significant number of the wrestlers in the locker room hated their guts. So what do you do when everybody hates your group of friends? Well, you exclusively start wrestling with your friends, of course, and so that's what happened in our match here today. Our first competitor is going to be Clique member Razor Ramon, who is the winner of the ladder match way back in episode 22, which is the current number 1 match in our ranking.
Okay, shit. should be a solid match then.
It should be, yeah. So last episode that we saw, it was Shawn Michaels, who was kind of like one half of the ladder match, and so now we're kind of watching the other half of the ladder match, which is Razor Ramon.
Sorry, they're not in this together. It's just the crew who was all like. They're all wrestling at the... A
few of the gentlemen that are in that picture are going to be wrestling in this match here today. Not everybody. Shawn Michaels. Well, we'll get to that in just a minute.
We will see.
We will see. So Razor Ramon is our first competitor, which again, we've seen him before. As a quick refresher, though, Razor Ramon was basically a wrestling version of Scarface, even down to the Cuban accent. Now, after he defeated Shawn Michaels to win the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 10 in the ladder match that we watched, Razor's reign as champion would be relatively brief. It lasted just over 1 month until he was beaten for that Intercontinental title by Shawn Michaels' bodyguard and fellow Clique member, Big Daddy Cool, Diesel. So that's the gentleman in the red shirt that we're looking at there. So Diesel, real name Kevin Nash, he had been a college basketball player years prior. He played for the University of Tennessee at center, and he was actually part of a team that made it to the Sweet 16 before he eventually suffered an ACL injury that ended his basketball career. So after the basketball career ended, he served in the U.S. Army. He worked on the assembly line of the Ford Motor Company in Detroit, and he managed a strip club. What was common back in the 1980s, if a jacked up 7-foot man was working at the shoe show, it's only a matter of time until they cross paths with professional wrestlers. So after being discovered and finding out that he could make a good living at it, Nash was signed by WCW and began his wrestling training at the ripe old age of 28. So 9 months later, and Kevin Nash, after he'd been in training for professional wrestling, he was put in a tag team called the Master Blasters. That fizzled out pretty quickly. From there, Nash was given the gimmick of Oz, which is one of the absolute worst characters in the history of professional wrestling. It was meant as a tie-in with Turner's acquisition of the broadcast rights to The Wizard of Oz. So he was basically portraying a wrestling version of the Wizard, complete with an old man mask, a 100-pound cape, a trained monkey, and a wizard sidekick. This Oz character lasted all of about 6 months.
Then he moved on to the next.
Yeah. So he's basically getting this series of different gimmicks, and none of them are really working out so well for him just yet. From there, Nash would become a con man / stand-up lounge comedian character known as Vinny Vegas. Should appeal to you there, Ryan. In yet another character doomed to fail. But it was around that time that Shawn Michaels saw Nash on WCW television and was impressed by both his size and his charisma, and he went about getting the WWF to sign him up, which they promptly did, and they paired him with Shawn as his new bodyguard with the name of Diesel. So fast forward to today's match, and Diesel was the Intercontinental Champion after beating Razor back in April of 1994. Shawn Michaels would take a secondary role during this time. He started acting as a manager of sorts for Diesel's matches, and he would attempt to run distractions and do anything that he could to help Diesel win his matches, with the pair also managing to win the Tag Team Championships together to complement Diesel's Intercontinental title. Eventually, in August of 94, Razor Ramon worked his way back to face Diesel in a rematch for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam 1994 in Chicago. But Razor knew that Diesel had the advantage, having the pesky but humble Shawn Michaels in his corner, so to help even the odds, Razor Ramon recruited legendary Chicago Bears running back Walter Payton to provide support outside of the ring and help offset the numbers game of Diesel and Shawn Michaels.
Just a small name.
Are you familiar?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Walter Payton's like before your time.
Oh, Walter Payton, yeah. I mean, you can't watch football and not know Walter Payton.
Now, do you think you'd be able to pick him out of a lineup? Like if you saw a Walter Payton picture, you'd be like, "Oh, that's
probably, yeah."
Really? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Big football guy over here. And so, with all that said, that's basically the lead up to our match here today. This is going to be the 50th match that we have watched in the history of this program. What a milestone here for episode 43. So yeah, episode 43, but match number 50. And just so we're kind of aware, I actually put together a little bit of analytics. So I for the longest time, I always thought like, oh, maybe we'll just do like an episode where we just talk about analytics. What I think is better, I'm just going to sprinkle in some fun facts before these matches that I think are pertinent for people to know about. That way we can kind of get some more, longevity out of these things. So first bit of analytics for you, Ryan. Your record as it stands right now is 27-22. You are on a 3-match winning streak.
Pretty good, I think.
The one other match that we've seen with Razor Ramon is currently ranked number 1. Ryan did successfully predict that victor. Ryan has also seen one previous SummerSlam match in which he was victorious. That was Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect in episode 18. This is the very first match that we've seen that has taken place in Chicago, which is shocking to me that we haven't seen another Chicago match, but here we are. And then last thing that I made a note of here, in matches where there is a clear good guy and a clear bad guy, Ryan chooses the good guy almost twice as much. You have made 20.
Is that right?
This is true. So you have
That's good analytics right there. All right.
27 times you've picked the good guy, 15 times you've picked the bad guy.
That's who I am at heart.
And which in this match, I don't know if it was clear to you or not, but Razor Ramon is the good guy, Diesel is the bad guy in our match here today.
Well, that's my guy right now, so.
It's true, Ryan riding high. Anything else before we watch our match here today, Ryan?
No, I mean, Chicago match,
Walter Payton.
match.
We're doing this for the click. One thing I didn't mention, actually, and you can see it in the picture, I don't know if you still have it up or not, but in the picture, all the guys are doing this little hand gesture right here. It's I'll give you the side profile and also the straight on. This is the Turkish wolf. So the members of the Turkish Mafia, when they were doing a European tour, Turkish Mafia guys were throwing up this hand sign as kind of a signal that they're, part of the Turkish Wolves, and so the Click adopted that as their hand gesture in wrestling.
That was like rock and roll.
So if you ever,
I think there's like hang loose.
Yeah, there's hang loose. Well, so it's different. So rock and roll, you put your thumb.
This is I love you, right? Like
that's I love you. Rock and roll is like the devil horns. You're putting the thumb here. The Turkish wolf, the thumb and then middle. Hold it. They come out to a point.
Oh,
like it's the snout of the wolf. And then what you got to do when you see somebody else who's kind of in the know and they're like, also about that wrestling lifestyle, you put it up and you touch the noses together, and that's giving somebody a little too sweet. And it helps if you say too sweet.
Sounds like some sheesh.
What? What the fuck? So just Ryan can't. I know you can't see Ryan. Ryan just did a heroin thing.
I think it's a TikTok trend.
God damn it! I'm so sick of you bringing up goddamn TikTok trends.
I think it's even before my time, but like if I'm remembering correctly, that is the trend. Okay, so
people are play injecting or actually injecting.
Sheesh. It's like that.
They just do that with their fingers and say.
They just
sheesh.
No, they're not actually injecting. Yeah, it's like this emotion that I don't know what it means. I have no clue. But.
Well, it's injecting a heroin into your veins. Is the motion.
This will strike me as that little kids are doing it all the time. Like,
well, it's not the same thing as too sweet. It's different.
We went to like a party and like these kids like are like nephews and nieces. She's like, do the TikTok thing, and they're like, sheesh, like, and that's how they do it. Like, they just ride the arm. Like, I don't know what it means, but it's a thing. It's
why bring it up if you don't know what it means? Like, I'm coming to you
for a big deal, Eric. It's a big. I mean, I think it might be like a little past our time in TikTok, but like
well, this isn't the same thing. The Turkish wolf too sweet sign is not the same as the sheesh or whatever the fuck.
Well, that's what you said. You said it like you said it just.
Well, you gotta say it like that. You can't just say too sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, too sweet.
It's exactly the same
not
thing.
No,
like,
no. Your thing is sheesh. This is too sweet. It's totally different. They don't even sound even remotely close.
Exactly the same thing.
And this is different finger movements.
That's
this is
different.
touching
That's
fingers.
Different. Yeah.
And then this is
new.
Self-inflicted.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that is, but this.
Yeah,
is...
I don't. Yeah, never speak of this again, Ryan. You don't ever ruin too. Do not ruin too sweet for me. If you ruin too sweet for me, this podcast is fucking over. It's the one wrestling thing that I still hold sacred.
Okay, no, I might ruin it, but like noted.
Thank you. All right, let's take our quick break. We'll come back. We'll shoot up some sheesh, and we'll come back to you with our thoughts on Diesel versus Razor Ramon. Thanks, everybody.
Walter Payton in the corner of the bad guy, Razor Ramon. This is going to be a humdinger. And
Now, why is Walter Payton going around there after Sean?
Well, this has been a race. Wait a minute. Hey, Shawn Michaels.
And what's that?
Oh, no! Michaels got in the ring, and he nailed Diesel. Diesel looks like he's out.
Look out behind you, Sean. No!
Wait a minute. Michaels comes out and down. Rictus in the ring. 1, 2. Oh! Ball tap.
No!
The winner of this fight has Intercontinental Champion, I can tell you, Diesel's not going to be too.
All right, we're back. We just watched Razor Ramon, the bad guy, Chico, and his second, his partner in crime, so to speak, Walter Payton. Razor Ramon take on Diesel, Big Daddy Cool for the Intercontinental title, with Diesel having Shawn Michaels in his corner. Before we get into the notes, what did you think of the match, Ryan?
Well, it was okay. It was a run. I don't know. That was a tough one to. Didn't pull up my heartstrings, but it was okay. Chicago, the Chicago people, they were there.
Uh-huh. Did you think the fans, because you were complaining the fans weren't super into it at the start, do you think that they won them over by the end, or no, not so much?
A little bit, but like not fully. That wasn't a full like wrestling. Like there wasn't full wrestling drama in there for sure. But a little bit. It did get like I got sucked in. Give me a little fan, interaction. I can deal with that, but not full.
They went half-ass. They didn't go full-ass.
They went half-ass at least,
You said a quote at the end, like literally as the match was concluding and like everything was kind of wrapping up. This match is a good representation of how we're living right now. Can you please expand upon that? Because I have no idea what you're referencing with that sentence.
Okay, to me, like it just seemed like it was getting so ridiculous at the end, and you have like all the fans who are just like watching, like kind of engaging in it, but mostly just watching. and like all this fucking ridiculous shit is going on, and they're like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, you know, like our guy, like, and that's just like seems how we're watching ridiculous shit happen every day, and we're like everyone's getting fucking like pumped on their side. And these guys just keep fucking doing it. They're like ripping people out by the legs. And like Shawn Michaels was hopping in there, just fucking smacking people in the face. Like, you know, the ref, you know, I guess not doing shit. He's missing everything.
You had major, a lot of, like, major complaints about this ref.
It just, you know, but all on the, you know, us, we're just like, fuck it. Like, we're just rooting. You know? We're just fucking, you know, rooting for our guy. That's how I felt about the match at the end. It was getting so ridiculous that, like, that it just struck me.
We should have a separate podcast where it's just your political ramblings and you trying to tie in various pro wrestling matches to, like...
I mean, I'm not tying in any, like, I'm just saying people are fucking, like, you know, being fucking crazy, and, like, we're watching this crazy shit, and, you know, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not picking anybody. I
understand.
You know, shit's getting fucking, you know, like, wild out there, and we're like Chicago, just be like, we'll kind of sit down, but then we'll kind of stand up, like, you know, like.
So true, so poignant. Let's go to the notes. So our match starts with an interview with Shawn Michaels and Diesel. You immediately, I think the first thing you said when we were watching that interview was, this is not the same Shawn Michaels that we saw last episode. This is a far less humble.
It wasn't. It was shockingly less humble.
Like, yeah, you thought you had a good
noticeably less humble. Yeah. No, I can see why you sent me the images that you did, knowing Shawn Michaels probably a little bit better than I. I mean, even from what he was wearing all the way down to, you know, how he handled himself.
Sure.
Was unfortunate for me to see a guy who was the most humble guy I've seen.
From hubris to humble. Granted, and I think I mentioned this briefly, but I think it is worth repeating. The Shawn Michaels that we saw here today in this match, who is, again, kind of the manager, assistant, whatever you want to call it, to Diesel. This was, I believe, 2 years prior to the last episode's Shawn Michaels that we saw. So maybe
he got more humble.
Yeah, so there's some personal growth there, clearly.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I respect my guy, Shawn Michaels. You know, like,
it's not about, you know, it's not about the journey. Well, no, that's not what they say. It's about the journey. It's not about the destination. So there was humbleness increasing exponentially with every passing day, and so that's the important thing. So, any other thoughts about the interview, or is that about it? You liked Diesel. You made the comment that Diesel looked like someone who had been a former athlete who got into wrestling.
For sure.
Which I don't know
100%.
Exactly what that means, but I guess I sort of get what you...
I mean, the only reason I would have said that is because you said, like, he was in the Sweet 16 in college, playing, like, center.
Mm-hmm.
That he looks like he was a guy who was about to go to the NBA and tore his fucking ACL, and now this is, you know, he's with Shawn Michaels.
Sure.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Losing matches.
Well, I mean, not generally losing, but in this case, he did end up losing. Then Walter Payton emerges with Razor Ramon.
That was underwhelming. He looked really, and the fans were hyped about him, and I could tell like that was part of the reason they were like, you know, fuck Shawn, but underwhelming. Like, you know,
you seem to like the entrance as far as the Razor Ramon element. Were you disappointed by the Walter Payton aspect? Like
No, I think I got like the crowd into it. They're gonna see their guy, like you said. Like it was like, you know, if Marshawn Lynch were to walk into a wrestling match in Seattle, like if people are going to be hyped, but I just felt like he could have played way more of a role.
Yeah, he eventually would get involved, but yes, he was kind of more of an afterthought throughout most of the match here today. But as far as the match itself, kind of have both guys all facing off. Shawn and Walter Payton are in the ring. There was a brief moment, I don't know that you caught it. Shawn was like doing the Heisman pose while kind of staring down Walter Payton. That was good. Then to kind of kick the match off, Razor threw his toothpick at Diesel's face and he started kind of throwing hands. It sounds like you don't like a lot of punches and kicks and brawling in wrestling matches. I thought that Razor Ramon threw a hell of a punch.
Yeah, I mean, they threw punches at each other
Yeah, but Razor's punches looked very good, I thought. Like, from an aesthetic point of view, when Razor Ramon threw a punch, you were just like, that's a good-looking punch.
Here's my thing about, like, wrestling and what I enjoy. Like,
Please, yes, I can't wait to hear this.
I like when a guy is standing on the corner of the ring and, like, flash bulbs are going off and he's about to just fucking rail this guy. You know, like, that's... I like those scenic moments of wrestling. And, like, or he does, like, a fucking, like, flip into the guy and just, like, right, like, great wrestling moves,
Sure,
you know?
right.
I like some strategic stuff, too, don't get me wrong. Good punches in there are fine. But, like, there was none of the extra stuff in this match. There was none of it.
There was a couple of extra stuff that we'll get to in the notes, but there was not a lot of extra stuff, which, I mean, for two very, very large men, that is not, like, uncommon that the style of match was going to be what it ended up being. But you're right, there was not a whole lot of, like, very athletic maneuvers.
You had a massive crowd right there ready to, like, blow up. And they were ready, because I saw them.
They were ready to come. They were ready to come.
They were ready to come, but I don't think they ever came.
I don't think they ever came.
Yeah.
They all left with blue balls that day. Quite unfortunate. So let's see. They kind of exchange offense a little bit here and there. A lot of punches, clotheslines, etc. Really, I think. Let's see here. I think when Sean started getting more and more involved, that's when kind of the match picked up a little bit in intensity. Like, you had Sean, with the referee distracted, he, like, clotheslined Razor Ramon. There's a point where he starts assisting the referee with counting, like he's up on the top turnbuckle just being a big fucking ham. Helping the ref with counting and stuff, and he, like, removes the turnbuckle when the referee's not looking, the turnbuckle pad, to expose the metal buckle underneath. Just stuff like that. I think Sean was really kind of the unsung hero of this match.
Like, I like that. I like that kind of shit in matches. I really do. Like, you know,
What, like underhanded, like, cheating?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, that's pro wrestling as fuck. So yeah, I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't think it was big. Like, it didn't really do anything. He could he could have done more. He could have done more for his guy, you know?
I think the biggest move of the match was literally when Sean's, like, up, he's, like, on the edge of the ring, and I think he even has his feet on, like, the bottom rope, and then Razor sees him and, like, punches him, and Sean flies into the crowd, like, lands right onto the guardrail. Like, that was probably the most impressive move that we saw the whole time.
So... Okay, I feel like I'm shitting all over your, like, this and I don't mean to shit all over the match. Like, it was fine. It was a fine match.
I'm trying to be the glasses half full guy here, Ryan.
I know, and I feel like I'm being a dick and just, like,
you're
but, like,
feeling
he,
correct.
like, flew into the crowd, like, off the fucking, and then he, like, flopped back into, like, like, right back into, you know, not the ring, but, you know, whatever.
The outer part of the ring. Sure.
I mean, he did a huge flop. It was, like, LeBron James as fuck. Like, you know, he couldn't have flopped any harder. Like, he hit the rail and then, like, popped back up and, like, waved to the camera and then I fell
you
back
gotta
down,
play,
you know, like,
to all. That's the United Center there, Ryan. Okay, you gotta play to everybody. You gotta play the cheap seats. You gotta make sure everybody can see you when you're hitting the guardrail and popping up. Everybody's gotta make sure they see that shit.
I'm sorry. I'm just calling it as I see it. I don't mean to, like, you know, I'm sorry.
I thought Sean was your boy here, and you're kind of shitting on Sean a little bit. I'm trying to stick up for him.
Sean could have continued to be my boy, but this is 2 years prior Sean. Like, it's like...
But it's only 4 months removed from the number one match of all time, involving Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon was in the number one match of all time.
4 months prior or 4 months...
4 months before the match we watched here today was the ladder match.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this happened 4 months after that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Well, I feel like every time I'm trying to say something that, like, inspires you, it doesn't. I guess to kind of finish things out, you seemed abnormally irritated by the abdominal stretch submission hold.
Which one was that?
That's the one where Diesel started it. So Diesel had Razor all kind of tied up, like he had his arm around the other guy's arm, and then he was pulling on the ropes for leverage, and then the referee kept, like, checking and stuff. Like, you seemed like you were saying, like, you know, if you put me in that, Eric, I wouldn't give up.
Well, it doesn't look like anything. Like, I mean, for this guy, like, it doesn't look like that would be any sort of problem. And he's like, oh, fuck, this hurts. Like, you know, and the ref's, like, right in front, like, And then he goes to the back and he stops, like it's really hurting him.
Right.
Like I'm doing some illegal shit. Like it didn't look like a painful move. Like if you're gonna be wrestling and doing a painful move, you should make it look painful. Like
I used to see abdominal stretches in the 80s and 90s all the fucking time. I cannot remember the last time I saw an abdominal stretch. That move kind of went by the wayside. Admittedly, it does look silly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
did you like the bit with the referee where Walter Payton was like, "Hey ref, look at the rope"?
Yeah, I do. I love that shit. I love that shit in wrestling matches when they fucking try to distract the ref.
Yeah,
it's great. But I didn't. They were doing it throughout the whole match, but it just wasn't very good. It wasn't quality, distracting.
Well, I mean, sounds like we got Ryan on an off day. Nothing's gonna please him today. But getting towards the end of the match. So Diesel, what happens to Diesel? Diesel gets crotched on the post or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, then there's a crotch move.
Great.
Good.
It was the best move of the match. You're just you can't figure it out.
Sorry. Then Razor climbs the top rope. He hits a bulldog from the top rope. Then he hits a big body slam on Diesel. That's when Shawn gets punched off of the ring apron. Diesel goes for the jackknife, but Razor Ramon counters. Razor goes for the Razor's Edge. Shawn Michaels distracts. Walter Payton stops Shawn, so they have a tug of war for the belt. So presumably Shawn is trying to hit Razor with the belt or something. Walter Payton wrestled it away, and then Walter Payton is chasing Shawn Michaels around ringside. Shawn runs into the ring. The referee's distracted because he's trying to keep Walter Payton out of the ring. Shawn runs in, accidentally super kicks Diesel. He's trying to super kick Razor. Razor ducks. Shawn hits Diesel, and then that's when Walter Payton pulls Shawn out of the ring. Razor gets the pinfall 1, 2, 3. Shawn accidentally cost Diesel the Intercontinental Championship, and Razor Ramon's our winner. And Ryan made the pick, the accurate pick in this match.
A little late, to be honest. I thought I made that pick.
Your hubris now that you're 4 in a row, your hubris is getting a little out of control.
I'm not being I'm not being a dick. I'm just. When they were in Chicago with Walter Payton, I should have fucking known. That was.
Maybe you want to piss people off. Maybe you really want to fucking send those fans home upset. You never know.
I would let's see something like that. Let's see a real villain come in and.
I'll see what I can muster. Seems a little out of the ordinary, Ryan, but I'll see what I can do. But yeah, so Ryan successfully predicted. That brings your record, sir, to 28-22. You're now at a 4-match winning streak. Your top winning streak, the longest winning streak you've had in the history of Hardmark, has been 6. So you are coming up on that milestone here. Analytics, ladies and gentlemen, the hard science. That's what we're all fucking about here. Now, before we get into kind of our newer feature that we've used the past couple of episodes, which is Murphy's Law. I had an epiphany, and it hit me, and I was so pleased as punch that I thought of it. So we've talked, Ryan, here a couple times now, and it's been a while since I reminded people. I think that we've reminded people that we have Hardmark merchandise available, which is available through our Linktree, but the whole reason that we're selling this merchandise and the reason that we have the ability of people financially supporting the show is so that we can put that money towards fun projects. And so the project that we are looking at, that we want to do in the near future, is a custom match. And so the premise behind these custom matches is that you can tell them, what you want to have happen in the match. And so I had this epiphany. So the past couple episodes, we've been doing these Murphy's Law segment where Ryan will come up with an element of these matches where he's like, oh, that was good. Other matches should do that. Or that was bad. Other matches should avoid doing that. Rather than having you directly involved, Ryan, with the creation of this custom match, I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these different Murphy's Laws that you're coming up with, and I'm going to use those as my template to give them the instructions when we end up doing this custom match down the line.
I think that's fair. I think it's something that'll disappoint the fans and the viewers.
Oh, I think people are going to be very pleased with your Murphy's Law. So with all that said,
in a world without rules, in a sport where only the strong survive, there's one man who has the guts to lay down Murphy's Law.
So, what is Murphy's Law? What is your main takeaway, good or bad, from this match? What was missing? What did they do well? What's the main one takeaway?
This is a tough one, Eric. All right, this one. I don't even know if I'm doing Murphy's Law correctly here. But like, what I like to see, what I want. I thought there was no moves in this match that like were like signature wrestling. Get people up in their fucking seats. Flashbulbs like shining across the entire, even if it's you gotta get those moments, right?
Right.
Like
Sure.
poster moments.
There it is.
So-
We need poster moments.
So there was zero of those in this match.
Okay.
There was little slaps here and there. There was,
That's
I mean,
the most fucking reductive you could possibly. There were little slaps here and there.
That's what it was. Like, to me, what I watched, what I saw with my own eyes, that's what I saw.
You saw little slaps.
So I would like, I need moments in my match, Eric, and that's what this match missed out on.
Okay.
It just moments.
You need
and so
more moments.
We need moments.
Okay.
And I think you can introduce that into this, custom match. I think we need moments in that.
Okay.
match.
All right.
Does that make sense? Is that fair?
No, that's totally fair. That's you know what? I don't even disagree. I think that's a great Murphy's Law. Let's rank it. Let's rank this match.
It wasn't okay. I'm gonna rank it. It's not a terrible match, but like it just had nothing to it. So I don't know. Okay, hold on. At least I love the brackets that you have.
I'm so what makes me happy about the brackets is that I don't have to listen to you complain about it anymore. That's the part that I'm most excited about.
It's really good quality. That's analytics right there. You place this stuff into bubbles, and you just that's good. It's good stuff.
If I had to guess, I would assume that you're probably going to be putting this match in somewhere in the lower okay.
That's exactly what I'm looking at right now.
Okay.
See, I think you can even define with these brackets right now. I am looking in the lower okay. I don't think it's a bad match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out where to put it. And you even have okay split into two sections.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could. There's okay leaning towards good, and then there's okay leaning towards bad. Which I mean, just
it's quality work. It's quality work on your end. Yeah, I don't. Let me see. Give me a second.
And you don't compliment people easy. So this is
I don't. I get compliments.
And then let me know if you need a reminder about any of those matches that are on the okay side. I have an idea. I as I'm looking at the okays, I'm seeing one that I bet you're gonna fucking really want to put this above.
So it's not that I want to go above my boy Steve Austin, but do I want to put it above Ronda Rousey? I don't know if I want to put it there.
You're becoming a goddamn meme. Every at least 3 to 4 episodes, there's okay, where do I want to put this? You know what? Let's put it above Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey.
No. I would. Let's put it number 32, the new 32.
Okay.
I think that's. Am I right here?
I don't agree, but I mean,
where would you put it?
I mean, looking at this list, honestly, I would probably lean towards putting this in the bad category, just because. Looking at some of the okays, I enjoyed all those okays more than I enjoyed this match.
So it's tough. So now that there's kind of segments that I can break this down into, that's a lot easier for me than remembering 50 matches.
Sure.
So this one was not a bad match. This doesn't fit into my bad category. It was. I liked the match. I liked the audience. I liked the whole presence of it. I like the Shawn Michaels, Walter Payton outside the mat. I liked it. I did. It had a good feel to it. It's just it didn't. It could have been really good. It just didn't have the right moves. So I don't want to shit on it. It was. I
think if you re-listen to yourself shitting all over it while I read the notes back to you, you would say that sounds like a bad match.
No, it was just. But it had the vibe. The vibe was right.
I hate you using these fucking just intangible things that don't make any sense to anybody. With just so it's the new 32, which is wrong. It's the wrong ranking, but it's not drastically wrong.
You would put this you would put this lower.
Yeah, I would probably put it lower.
What would you rate this? Well, it's not going to change my opinion. Like I already.
Well, yeah, but you're asking me, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm curious.
I would probably put it like 40.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I give a match in the 40s, and you're like, "What the fuck? That should have gone like number 2." Like,
well,
but for me, like, it's the presence of the people, you know.
I mean, the crowd wasn't super into it. They were somewhat into it, but they weren't super into it. There wasn't a whole lot of great moves. My favorite part of the whole thing was Shawn Michaels' involvement, and like you said, he wasn't involved that much. So for me, I wasn't super into this match. So for me, I think I'd put it 40 because like you're putting it 30.
But it wasn't. But it wasn't a bad. It wasn't like bad has like a certain like stigma to it. Like bad is bad. Like for me, bad is bad.
I mean, bad can be bad. Well, all the matches that are bad are not bad in like an objective sense. It's almost more like bad in that. Would you like to rewatch that match again? No. Okay. Well, then it's not good.
But I put this in a lower okay. I think that's fair. Like
and I'm not arguing that.
It's like down in the lower. So I think it's right where it needs to be. I think.
Sure.
And you know. It had the potential. It didn't come off immediately as bad. It had the potential, and you know, like we're gonna live with it, and we're gonna move on next match.
Don't fucking talk to me like that. So the only thing, and like I'll just say this: this match should not be bumping down Jake the Snake Roberts versus Bob Werner. That was the King Cobra match where Macho Man got the snake sicked on him at the end. This is not as good as that. This is not as good as that objectively. But
So hold on. Let me give you like a quick thing. Like I pretty quickly just like dropped this like between or below Ronda Rousey. And I think that's really fucking with me here. I don't want to. It can be locked in. It's fine. If I made my choice, it can be locked in. But that's probably true. What you're saying, and I just missed it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would remember that, but yeah, that's the Snake match. Underneath that is Vader versus Joe Thurman.
I should know Jake the Snake from anywhere, you know? Like,
sure, I mean, he's your Boy Meets World. And then underneath that, Boy Meets World again with Vader. That's the one where he broke the job guy's back.
God, I should really, like, this is my problem. I'm not scanning efficiently enough, like...
And then underneath that, 34, that's Terry Funk versus Jerry Lawler in the empty arena. That's where...
we can just stop. Like, it's fine. We can stop.
I'm just giving you my thought process of why I would put it 40s. Because I'm looking at all these other very memorable matches. And this, like, tomorrow, if I... And this isn't me arguing. If it's 32, it's 32. But all I'm saying is, tomorrow, if I asked you to name one thing about the match that happened today, like, could you really come up with anything?
Probably.
Whereas these other things had at least one memorable moment.
Can I shift it a little bit?
Yeah.
Like,
you can do whatever you want.
I will. So no. I'm not going to shift this out of the okay category, the lower okays.
Okay.
But you're right. Like I think I did not scan properly, and I think I would at least have to put it. Yeah, like the new 33.
Okay, that's fine.
No, Vader's right there, but that's the last okay.
Well, we could shift the okay down. So you want this to be okay, but the bottom of the okay. So this would be the new 35,
yes, exactly,
but it would extend.
Exactly.
Okay.
You could do that for me.
Yeah, I have the power to make that happen.
Okay, nice. Yeah, no, I think that's what I want. And I didn't read that. I just looked and I saw Ronda Rousey and I was like, fuck.
just trying to keep you honest. That's all.
Yeah, no. I think that's exactly. So like the bottom of the okays, I think it would be where I put it.
All right, noted. And with that said, the science is complete. So it's that time. Stop clicking, please. Right? It's that time with the thing that we end every episode with. It's everyone's favorite segment. Ryan's wisdom shrub has been abandoned. It's been overgrown. Needs some manscaping. Desperate need of manscaping. So what's left to do? Well, it's time for that big, beautiful birch, that mighty redwood, to cast some shade upon this sun-scorched earth and illuminate the truth that is
Eric's wisdom tree.
You know, Ryan, over the past 50 matches that we've enjoyed here today, I know that we've had some ups and some downs, some good times and some bad, some tears and some laughs, Ryan. So I want to leave you with this. I think it's good for you to just keep this in mind, when you have to work your long 12-hour days in the salt mines, when you're trying to motivate yourself to hit the gym, do some laps in the pool in an unlifeguarded situation. I know that can be very daunting for people in an indoor pool. I think it's important, Ryan, to remember life's not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And so I think we need to all keep that in mind.
That's nice. Fucking Eric with this goddamn fucking poster. Eric, we might just need to go back to Ryan's wisdom shrub. God damn, I'll just get anything off the street in Vegas and spit it out.
Have you heard this before? I thought I wrote it on the spot.
I fucking hate you, Eric.
What's wrong with that?
Give me some knowledge.
I'm not sure that you know what that even means to the point where you
spit it like Tupac used to do back in the day.
Are you saying
Eric's Tupac tree?
Are you saying you want a different piece of wisdom? Is that what you're saying?
I do. I want some real fucking wisdom.
You're really fucking burning through my goddamn notes. Okay, fine. All right. So that was that's the first piece of wisdom. That's the original piece of wisdom. It's the most important thing. Life's not about waiting for the storm to pass, you guys. It's about learning to dance in the rain. You got to make the most of the opportunities that you're given. Okay? That's important for everyone to know. But if Ryan's going to be all boo-boo faced and fucking pussyfooting around here and all mad about it, I'll give you a second piece of more practical wisdom. Cancer.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, dude, what? Oh, this is tough.
You read about this, Ryan? Cancer?
I want to experience your wisdom tree about cancer.
So this isn't about cancer specifically.
And the advice you have to give.
I do have advice.
To all cancer patients.
So we talked about smoking, which is very bad for you, as is dipping. All these things, horrible things.
Oh, Eric's just up on his fucking high horse. He smoked only 5 cigarettes in his life.
Right. Pristine lungs, like the lungs of babes. But cancer, it's a big deal. One of the main causes of cancer, Ryan, is radon. Have you heard about radon before?
In The Office, which I can't.
So
radon warnings, you put them up on your.
Exactly, yeah. And so people's basements are very frequently filled with radon because of inadequate amount of ventilation in their basement. So very serious problem for people. It's one of the highest causes of cancer of the lungs underneath smoking and those other things.
I know what I've heard. I don't know what radon actually is.
It's like, I don't know either. I mean,
it's like asbestos. You just brought this up.
Well, yeah, I
with
did.
No knowledge of fucking radon.
This is the second piece of wisdom, Ryan. That's not going to be as fine tuned as the first. Man. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll look up radon. It's a chemical element. It's a radioactive chemical element.
It's asbestos, isn't it? It's some sort of asbestos. It's in your basement.
No. Well, it's radon gas. It forms naturally when radioactive metal breaks down in rocks, soil, or groundwater. It evaporates and disappears outdoors. So it's through the foundations of your house, it can seep into your basements. That's why.
Does it go up or down?
It goes up into your basement from your foundation. If there's cracks in your foundation,
so
radon.
any house can have it, really.
Yeah, yes, that's what. Yeah.
Hold on. Not with the attitude here, Eric.
It's my wisdom tree.
No, it's not with the. You made this sound like it's a basement problem.
It is.
No, but if you have a house on the ground and it doesn't have a basement, it just has a regular first level floor. That could still cause radon damage, according to you.
Whatever level is directly above the foundation, that's the one that is most susceptible to radon.
You're being kind of an asshole.
I'm not being an asshole. You're undermining the thing that I'm trying to...
Okay.
You wanted serious wisdom.
I don't even know what your point was.
See, This is just another example of how Ryan refuses to learn how to fucking dance in the rain. He's all about goddamn waiting for that fucking storm to pass, and he won't let me go through my fucking radon advice about cancer.
Just give me the.
I feel like you're
Let's
being
go.
very flippant about cancer, Ryan.
I'm not being. You're being dramatic.
Going back to my original point, so radon, it is a radioactive chemical element. It goes through the foundation of your house. It can get into your basement or bottom level if you don't have a basement. It's colorless, odorless, tasteless. You would have no idea if you were getting radon poisoning, which can, again, cause a lot of problems for you. So, what I would recommend to everybody, you can actually get radon testing. They're available on Amazon. They're very inexpensive, or any other, I'm sure, like hardware store would probably have radon testers. You basically just set it up. It'll take a little charcoal thing that kind of tests for the radon in your house. You send it to a lab. They will give you the results in about a week or so you can know whether or not you're in danger of any radon issues within your home. So I would recommend that you do that if you have not done so already.
Have you had your home radon tested?
I'm good. I'm good on the radon.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. I did it. Man, I've been sitting on this piece of wisdom for like 6 months, but
really,
yeah, I did it.
That's an important piece of wisdom that you skipped out on.
Bet you really feel like a big dummy now, don't you? That I can balance the more sensible wisdom, the less practical real life items with some real down home stuff that people should know about. So that's what I bring to the table on this podcast.
As a pod guy, you should know about radon.
As a pod guy, you should know about radon. That's the main takeaway from all this. And I hope all the listeners, all the Markomaniacs listening in their showers while they're lathering themselves up, can really take that away.
I can say something about Dove.
Dove?
Dove body wash is the worst body wash out of any body wash. Not necessarily their hand soap. I don't know.
What are you doing to my wisdom tree right now, Ryan?
But Dove body wash, it's the worst. You should try it, and so you can, on your next Eric's wisdom tree, you can at least have a discussion about it. You don't ever use it. You don't know.
What was that? What are you doing?
It's like oil. It's like rubbing oil all over yourself. It doesn't get you clean.
Okay.
It makes you smell worse.
I thought we were really ending it on a high note with like a valuable piece of information, and then you took what I did and you fucking just squandered the whole thing.
I don't think I squandered. I moved it.
Eric's wisdom tree, I was like Diesel. I had the fucking match won, and then you fucking slide in unneeded, unwanted, and you fucking kick me in the face, and you ruin the whole thing.
Well, for just our viewers, like their information. They should be informed.
You just kicked our viewers in the face, is what you just did. Our listeners. You just kicked all of them in the face via your audio tones.
Tim's in the shower right now, scrubbing down with some fucking Dove body wash, and now he's getting kicked in the face. Like,
I immediately got the visualization. All right, with that said, everybody, we need to fucking end this. If you're not hard, get hard. Our next, actually, before I get into that, next episode will be back, episode 44. It's going to be a big one. Be on the lookout for it. It's coming out January 27th. So expect it then. It's Super Bowl season. It's Royal Rumble season, even more importantly. But we'll get back at you then for episode 44. So if you are not hard, get hard. And once you get hard, stay hard. That's all, folks.
sheesh.